The Great Lakes are one of the largest areas of fresh water in the world. Not only are they a significant source of drinking water, but they provide a diverse ecosystem and millions of dollars as a tourist attraction for the states that surround the Great Lakes. Those who live in Michigan are greatly affected by water pollution. And if you don't live in Michigan, many products are based on water from the Great Lakes. If we do not reverse this pollution of the Great Lakes, we will not only be affecting the environment, but the economy and our health as well. First, I will discuss ways in which the Great Lakes have been polluted. Then, I will talk about why this has occurred and ways that have been attempted to reverse it. And finally, I will talk about the effects of water pollution. According to the article, Water Pollution in the Great Lakes, water pollution is defined as a change in the chemical, physical, or biological health of a waterway due to human activity. Today I'll only be discussing the physical changes because the chemical and biological changes are too numerous. These physical changes do not always have to be visible. According to the article, the Great Lakes have some of the world's most concentrated plastic pollution. Plastic pollutants are at the highest concentrations in all the world in the Great Lakes. Due to the north to south flow of the water, the concentration of these plastic particles is highest in Lake Erie, then Lake Ontario, Lake Huron, and at the lowest level in Lake Superior. The number of plastic particles is 3 times greater in Lake Erie than any other place in the world. Research has found mainly very tiny particles, and most of the researchers are very confused where these larger plastic pieces may be. According to the article, Hunting for Plastic Pollution in the Great Lakes, researchers are now searching for what are called garbage patches. These are patches of tiny plastic particles floating near the surface of the water. Many of these particles are microscopic, but when they gather together they form a garbage island. Fish can confuse these particles with food, eat them, choke, and then die. These plastic particles also attract many chemical compounds that affect the health of the waterway. The next item we will explore is the reason that this much pollution has occurred. According to the article, Water Pollution in the Great Lakes, many people once believed that the high volumes of water in the Great Lakes could dilute toxins if they put them in there. It was believed that once these toxins were in the Great Lakes, they would be rendered harmless and could no longer affect us. There have been many attempts to reverse this pollution. According to the EPA website, the Great Lakes Water Quality Agreement was one attempt to reverse the effects of water pollution. This encouraged cooperation between the United States and Canada to protect the water quality of the Great Lakes. This also protected against ecological harm as well as harm that it would cause against humans' health. Now that I have discussed why water pollution has occurred as well as ways to attempt to reverse it, I will discuss the effects of water pollution. Water pollution affects the health of the water, species inhabiting the water, and humans. Many aquatic deformities can come from water pollution. These can be seen in this picture of this fish exhibiting a tumor on its bottom side. Particles like mercury, lead, pesticides, and other chemical runoffs have led to tumors on predatory fish and can eventually affect humans if they are ingested. These can also alter the genetic makeup of fish, causing certain deformities. These can be seen in 3-legged frogs or crossed gill syndrome, or fish that are born with missing one of their fins. Health effects also occur on humans. Persistent organic pollutants, as described by water pollution in the Great Lakes, are the organic compounds that are maintained in the water. People who consume a lot of fish can absorb these persistent organic pollutants. These can eventually cause reproductive problems, cancer, and many neurological disorders. People who are high risk for absorbing these toxins are children, people who are pregnant, the elderly, and those with a weakened immune system due to disease. Consuming fish is not the only way to ingest these particles. This can also be done through drinking water or bacterial skin infections caused by swimming in the Great Lakes. First, I discussed ways in which the Great Lakes have been polluted. Then I talked about why this water pollution has occurred and attempts to reverse it. Finally, I discussed the effects of water pollution. If we do not reverse the water pollution of the Great Lakes, we will not only be affecting the environment, but the economy as well as our health. According to the article, Water Pollution in the Great Lakes, water pollution has gotten so bad that Lake Erie is considered a dead lake, even though it has a thriving population of bacteria and algae. Fish are not able to survive very well in there unless they are accustomed to very extreme environments.